So my name's Allison. I'm a law firm manager. I switched from Paychex to ADP, and I'm going to tell you why. For more reviews, click below. We used Paychex. It had a little bit of an antiquated timekeeping system for the staff. It was server-based. It had to be landlined, and that just wasn't real reliable. It was kind of clunky. And so, along with the payroll services, we switched everything over to ADP that has a really high functioning, agile app. And the staff was very familiar with the platform from other jobs, and it made switching very easy. It kind of solved the clunky timekeeping problem. And it also has a desktop app if people want to use it that way. ADP Workforce Now is best for timekeeping and payroll services. It makes both very simple. As an administrator, it has taken a lot of extra work off my back. A lot of the staff can be self-sufficient and manage a lot on their own through the app. So they can do it on their cell phone, and there's no reason to be sitting at their desk when they're doing their timekeeping. They can also pull a pay stub, adjust withholdings, take a look at insurance deductions, review 401k contributions, and things of that nature, all on their own. Paychex Flex is good for a basic payroll function and basic on-site timekeeping. The timekeeping system that we had with Paychex Flex was, like I said, a little antiquated. It needed to be hardwired to our server, and we ended up leaving to get something a little more agile, cloud-based. So getting set up with Paychex Flex was kind of a paper-intensive process. We scanned them over a bunch of documents, and they kind of did some backdoor setup in what would be our portal. The portal never really worked very well. It didn't look very intuitive. You had to kind of keep a manual handy, and it was only for the administrator. It wasn't a user-specific system, so that meant all the changes and updates had to be done through my desk at my computer. When we switched from that system over to ADP, essentially we started right then and there making the users more self-sufficient, so they each got a link to go in and upload their info to the system. Now, I have a different portal than the timekeeping employees that we have, but we all manage our own information. Like I said, we can update withholdings, we can see 401k contributions, insurance costs, and things like that. So it's very handy if an employee needs to pull a pay stub or do something personal like that. So the most important things when evaluating timekeeping and payroll software, I think, is something with a robust app, something cloud-based, so that even if you are an office-based business, if you have an emergency, the staff can scuttle to their homes and business isn't interrupted at all. We noticed that this past year with COVID. I guess the whole world did. We noticed it again in June when we had a huge flood. So even if you are an office-based business, there are a lot of considerations and reasons to consider a cloud-based payroll timekeeping software like ADP.